always our night battles. Okay. Let's see, did the stream start? I almost messed up already. So, welcome everybody to the stream of MRF, or RATS as they are now, versus RDNN in the Naval Action tournament. So, I hope the stream quality and everything is alright for everyone. I'm here with Hans Willem today.
Good morning, Olaf. Or afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it happens to be where you're at.
It's night now. So, MRF or RATS all have carronades. And they chose Bellpool, Surprise and Frigate. I'm a bit surprised by the Frigate choice, considering the Bellpool is better armor-wise.
RDNN is doing a mix. Carronades and longs, it looks like. Interesting.
Really? Let's see.
Yeah, really. Truly. Coldthorn is running longs.
Coldthorn, that's the... Yeah. Interesting. Sure. So they have Cerberus on the... What's the battle rating of the Trink again? 200, right?
I believe it's 200, yeah. I'll double check it.
Interesting. I would have expected everybody to use carronades, to be honest. That seems to be the dominating choice.
Well, they can knock down sails so fast. Or knock down masts so fast.
Yes. And also, you can't argue against the powers of 32-pound carronades.
You know how I feel about 32s.
Yeah. You could see it in the match yesterday, was it? Where within 3 broadsides, a mast was down.
Yeah, it seemed like it was in the first 30 seconds or so that a mast went down.
Yeah. But apart from Coldthorn, unless I'm missing something, it doesn't look like these guys are really going for masts.
I'm not sure that there's a lot of value into knocking the mast down right off the bat. It looks great, but we saw that last match where they knocked him down and
Bubbles was still in the fight during that, so... Personally, I'm more of a favor of shooting the hull. But we will see how this ends up. Rats are definitely shooting the hull.
Rats are running a BR of 490 compared to RDNN's even 500. We'll see if that actually makes a difference or not, though.
What I think will make a difference is who really loses the first ship, since the Rats have more equal ships, while RDN have the weakling with the Cerberus. If they lose the Cerberus, I think Rats can press the advantage with that, since the Cerberus is after all pretty weak.
I mean, of course, whichever team loses a ship first is probably going to be in a bad way.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think those two Trinks will be able to hold off that Cerberus. My question ultimately is, why run the mixed lot? You know, why have longs and carronades?
That's a good question.
Well, go ahead.
It's a good question, since really, like, wouldn't it be better to have like a unified armament?
Well, if you're going to be fighting that close with the longs, you might as well have carronades. The effective range of a 32-pound carronade is about 500 meters. That's a lot further than people usually use them at.
Like, this here is 200 meters, maybe? That's well within carronade range. Like I said, I think it would be better if everyone had the same armament. everybody had carronades, for example, or everybody had longs, and everyone with longs go ahead and kite.
I am surprised we haven't seen more kiting in the tournament. I guess it makes for a better show, but I wonder how valid that is of an experiment, so to speak. You know.
I think it's easier to get a decisive answer if you just go balls deep with carronades.
It is much easier to be decisive.
So I think that's why most.
I think. Oh yeah, I need to move.
So yeah, that's why I think most use. Where the hell's the battle? There it is. So I think most choose carronades because of that decisiveness.
Well, it's easier to aim. You know, you don't have to fiddle around with, you know, ranging shots. You don't have to really try and guesstimate where you're shooting at. You just lay alongside, put your crosshair roughly over their gun ports, and you're gonna hit.
That's true.
You know, people seem to close well within, you know, 150, even 100 meters for their engagements. Just this morning, I was in a match with a guy carrying longs, and he was more than happy to go broadside to broadside with me from pistol distance.
It looks like RDNN are actually going for masts. Analytics just fired a broadside into Tybud, and Cold Horn as well into Tybud's masts. And Tybud is there trying to cut off their Cerberus. Though I don't think it's gonna succeed.
Here's the way I see the mast versus hull thing. Pick one and run with it. So like Tybud, you said they were slamming their masts a bit, but he's also got half of one broadside down. You know, they're splitting the difference between the hull and the masts. I just don't see the value there.
Don't do something half-arsed. Do it whole-arsed.
Exactly.
Like, if you're gonna do something, do it properly. Since I have to admit, I've won a couple of PvP fights just because somebody is indecisive on whether going for masts or hull.
I find a lot of PvP fights come down to simply the person who wants the fight typically tends to win. You know, if someone spends all their time, you know, trying to avoid the fight, even if they're in a heavier vessel, you know, if they don't want the fight, they tend to lose. This being a tournament, hopefully everyone here wants the fight. So that eliminates one factor right off the bat.
Yeah, that's true. But still, undecisiveness on RDNN's part could be a bad thing. Since if they keep on switching between masts and hull, and say rats keep on focusing hull.
Yeah, you know, I honestly wonder what their strategy is. You know, did they sit down beforehand and say, this is what we're going to try and do? I don't know.
I don't know, but one thing's for sure, Clofummel isn't looking too good in his Cerberus.
Yeah, he's looking a little worse for the wear. You know, I think what RDNN really needs to do is show their port side a little bit.
I think RDN is definitely trying to do the demasting thing. I don't know how effective that will be.
I don't know. I mean, if you're going to waste balls on masts, like at that point you might as well keep doing it until the mast falls down.
That is true.
Now, RDNN should really be able to focus fire Coyote. But if they knock the mast down, what good does it do them? You know, Tybud and Edward Teach are still going to come right up and just close up that distance.
Basically, RDNN are in basic position now, or excellent position now to single out Will Coyote. If I was them, I'd go all out hull, surround him, protect Clofummel.
Absolutely. Smash his hull down and then smash the crew down. Like, I don't know. I personally would not be aiming for mass at this point. It is, to me,
especially not with Edward Feach and T-Boud so far behind, because it's kind of counterproductive, because at this stage you kind of want Will Coyote to be as far ahead as possible since he's alone. And by shooting at mass, you're slowing him down, allowing the other two to catch up.
Right. It looks like Coldthorn and Cluthamel have rammed into each other. I don't know what RDNN is doing.
I can't read any specific tactics either. Will Coyote is feeling the fire though from that Cerberus. He has lost a bit more than half his port side.
Yeah, and half their shots have been at their masts. And yet we still see 3 sticks standing proudly up in the air.
Yeah, that might also be partly due to Cold Horn wearing or carrying longs. Oh! Looks like rats have moved over to Grape for Clofummel. Clofummel just lost more than 50 crew.
Oh, Goldthorn crashed apparently.
Really?
That must be very frustrating.
Yep. Crashing in the middle of a fight.
That was a really nice strike, but I'm not sure what good it's going to do him.
It knocked this runner out.
Well, yeah. Well, that's an easy fix.
Yep.
Gloomthermal is about to get, tag teamed by Tybod and Teach.
Clofummel just popped a repair kit though. Let's see how good they will be at protecting Clofummel.
Looks like RDNN is about to crash into each other again.
Yep. Narrowly avoided.
Nope. We dodged it.
Skillful sailing. And what is Clofummel doing there? Looks like Clofummel is going on a suicide run for Coyote. Now that's a risky maneuver, but it could pay off. Or not, since Will Coyote is showing his strong side.
Yeah.
However, so is Clofummel.
Yeah, but Coyote's in a frigate. Clofummel is just in a Serb.
Yeah.
Didn't Clofummel already pop his repair?
Clofummel popped his repair, Coyote not yet.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what the goal of that was. If that goal was to distract rats a bit, they succeeded, but why you would do that, I don't know. It didn't seem to really do anything. Now I see also another opening possibly for RDNN. They could possibly get Edward Feature Loan or Fearbound. But if they go for Fearbound, they would possibly lose their Cerberus. Yeah, they're not going for Fearbound. Well, one of them is.
Tybod looks like he's getting the worst of the exchange.
Not really, since Analytics popped quite a few up into his masts, unless I saw wrong.
Yeah, but Analytics still has a repair, doesn't he?
Both of them have a repair, don't they?
Oh, that was right. It was Cluthamol that used his repair.
Cluthamol is the only one who's used his repair so far. So on repair so far, Rats is ahead. And it looks like Clofomel is going to sail towards Analytic to help him out.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to do a 2v1, but they're leaving Coldthorn to do a 2v1.
I think this is a bad idea. You don't want to split up in a tournament like that, in my opinion.
I mean, we'll see if it works, but I don't know what.
Clofomel is turned to help Coldthorn again.
I would not take long guns in a 2v1.
No, definitely not. This situation definitely favors carronades. So far, they haven't gone out of carronade range at all.
No, not at all.
So
very unorthodox maneuvers.
He isn't dead yet, so it isn't the worst decision he could have made.
That's a pretty low threshold, though.
That's true. I'm curious to know his reasons for using long guns, though.
I would be very curious to know that, too. Clutham was about to get sandwiched here, it looks like.
Yes, that could be the end of Clufummel.
Clufummel would do well to close up with Analytic, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think Firbud missed an opportunity though to get a good broadside into Clofummel's starboard side. If he hadn't turned to starboard a bit at all, he could have gotten his starboard broadside into Clofummel. And possibly put a finishing blow.
I'm not sure why he turned off.
Maybe he did it to avoid a broadside from the Cerberus, but I think that Rats made a big mistake there. And it looks like we're gonna have another ram. Yep. Edward Feach is stuck 1v1ing the Cerberus.
That's a waste of a surprise if you ask me, but...
Yeah. Though if he manages to knock out that Cerberus, it does give Rats the upper hand, I think.
Looks like Coldthorn dumped his broadside into the water.
I missed that. That's unfortunate.
Well, apparently so did he.
Okay, nice dodging on Vilkiotis' part. Oh wait, they're going for the mast? Okay.
Very unorthodox.
I'm still not a fan of the going for mast thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's worthwhile here in a tournament setting.
It makes sense if you're gonna take a ship a prize, but here it's about knocking the enemy out. And Clofummel's starboard side is pretty low.
Yeah, he's hurting.
But Will Coyote is, for the moment, effectively out of the match since he's out of gun range. Well,
I
he
didn't even notice he sneaked off. What's he doing?
He got chased off by Colthorn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Don't think that RDNN could capitalize on the lack of Will Coyote though.
Well, if Cluthomo can focus on Will Coyote, and just knock that down, that might be a good use for that Cerberus at this point. But he has to protect that starboard side pretty hard.
Yeah. And I think it would take the Cerberus 2 broadsides to get off the Will Coyote's armor or structure. And Will Coyote still has his repair kit, I believe.
Yeah, and Will Coyote is going to end up showing his stronger starboard side as well. So,
is this going to be another collision? Nah, avoided well ahead of time.
That was a poorly executed broadside from Cluthomo.
Yeah. Colthorn didn't do much to Will Coyote as well.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Feybout is sandwiched though. Oh, and I missed that. Analytic has lost his starboard side structure.
Yes, he has. I missed that as well.
So he's gonna be popping a repair kit soon, I suspect.
Unless he has the best buckets money can buy.
Yep. Colthorn is maneuvering in to protect Analytic side now, I think.
I mean, if Analytic can pop his repair and smash down Teach's starboard side, while Coldthorn smashes up Tybod, like that would put RDNN in a pretty good way.
Yeah, I think RDN have the upper hand now. Especially with Clofumel chasing off Will Coyote. Clofumel in the Cerberus has effectively, for now, kept the frigate out of the match.
Tybod's going to have to pop his repair here pretty soon.
Yes. I think RDNN have full anti-sync popped. Since it doesn't look like Analytic is taking on a lot of water.
Yeah, they're going to have to kill the crew if they want to knock him down.
Yep.
Not that that's a stark impossibility, mind you. Teach has popped his repair.
Yep. He has. Analytic
Teach
still
popped
avoided.
his whole repair.
And Feybout has lost his port structure as well.
He has a sliver.
Yeah. A sliver. And Clofumel lays some
getting
cool
his crew shot to hell by Vil Coyote.
Yep.
I think Cluthomo is not long for this world.
At this point, though, one thing I'd do as quickly as possible is get that last sliver of Clofumel's structure away.
Yeah, if Cluthomo can get that last little bit off Vil Coyote's, and maybe even off... No, he can't do Tybods.
He could.
He can overpenetrate and knock out some of Tybods too. It wouldn't take much.
And if I was Will Coyote and Firebird, I'd do my best to get rid of Clofumel's last bit of structure, rather than shooting Grape.
If I was Coldthorn, I would come up on Teach. I'd do broadside on Vil Coyote and then focus on Teach.
Yeah.
Looks like Cluthomo wasn't able to overpenetrate to knock out that last lever.
There we go, that's Clofumel's
Cluthomo
structure
seems dead in the
gone.
water here.
He has low crew and and no structure on the starboard side. He's probably going to sink not too long from now.
Maybe he can pull a boarding and stop someone for Coldthorn.
Ooh, Firebird is going to put himself in a bad situation. Wait, Clofumel doesn't have his gun
Tybod's gonna be
reloaded.
hurting.
Or did he? He did.
If I was Coldthorn, I'd save his broadside for Coyote, because Tybod isn't worthwhile at this point.
I think he popped some grape into Fireboard.
Huh? I heard a fire.
Yep, Coldthorn is on fire. Probably won't make a difference though.
Nah.
Unless of course he secretly brought a fire ship. Wouldn't that be a plot twist?
That would certainly be a sight to behold.
I would love it if somebody brought a fire ship in the tournament, but I don't think anybody's stupid enough to do that.
I don't see why it's a stupidity thing. I think it could work.
The risk though, the risk reward, I don't think the risk is worth the reward.
I thought you just said, you know, you don't do anything half-ass, you gotta go full-ass.
That is true.
That is a full-ass situation, good sir. Coyote's lost his port side.
What is Analytic doing? Is he intentionally staying away from the match?
Why wouldn't he? He has long. Oh no, he doesn't have. He doesn't have longs. He has
it's Coldthorn that has longs. Like,
yeah, but he's still in range. Like people way underestimate the range of carronades.
But you don't get good firing at that range if you're shooting for hull. Of course, RDNN have been shooting at a lot of masts this round, so.
Yep, Coyote popped his repair.
Yep. And I really hope that survival mods get a bit. Survival mods, lots and lots of survival mods and perks.
He has 68 crew.
Yep. I really hope that it gets nerfed, the survival thing, since it's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to come down the pipe, especially after they look over the matches.
Yeah. I don't think something like this would have been discovered if it wasn't for the tournament.
Which is a good thing to have the tournament for. You know,
Yep.
It's perfect for this sort of thing.
It did something good.
Well, I think it's done mildly good. You know, it is a good community activity, and it does bring to light perhaps overpowered builds.
And Clophomal is about to sink now.
Yep,
There he goes.
There goes Clophomal.
However, will Coyote add with Feach Firebird? I believe they're too low to really be able to knock out 2 Trings, but then again, Analytic is also very low. Still hasn't popped his repair
and
though.
He remains afloat.
Yep.
I don't even think he's popped his repair.
No, he hasn't. So a strategy, something that might be good for Rats to do, would be to load the grape and just focus Analytic down.
That's what I would do.
Get his crew down so that he sinks, and then give Coldthorn some love since he's using the long guns.
Yeah, I would just sit back and kite for a bit. Like, you have the range. They're smaller ships with weaker armor. Yeah, they just put a broadside into an already empty broadside.
Yeah, that doesn't do much.
Yeah, it's not going to do him a damn bit of good. That was a very nice broadside on Teach. He actually lost a lot of armor there.
Yep. I personally don't think it's looking too good for Rats at the moment.
I agree, actually. Even though they're 3 versus 2, I think RDNN is probably going to pull this off.
If they can just focus those hulls. And with Analytics staying alive. Really, just some grape and Analytic would be knocked out easy. Well, I say easy, but you do quite some damage with grape.
Coyote was able to eat that broadside pretty well, I'm surprised.
Oh, the frigate does have good armor.
Yeah, Teach's broadside on Coldthorn, most of it bounced straight off.
Yeah. I think Teach should have held his broadside a bit longer, personally. Just to get a nicer shot off. Or nicer shots.
Yeah.
Coldhorn's starboard side isn't doing too well, though.
No, it is not. But if he has the same mods that Analytic has.
Yep, and neither of them
Maybe
have
won't
popped the
matter.
repair kit yet. And on the Frenchies, it's only Vil Coyote that's popped the repair kit, right?
Vil Coyote and Teach have popped their repairs.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
about Tybod.
Well, then Feach is doing not so well.
Yeah, Teach is in a rough spot.
Probably also has survival mods, though, since that seems to be the meta in this tournament.
Certainly does seem to be.
And there is his structure gone.
Yeah. Now the question is, does he have the mods? Coldthorn's done a nice job of isolating Tybod. So even though his starboard side is looking a little weak,
He isn't showing it, so...
yeah.
They're going to go for the sandwich.
Tybod better hope he has grape loaded on his port side, because Analytic is ripe for the graping.
Yeah. I fear though that the French, or the rats I mean, aren't using grape.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not using grape. And it seems
RDN
like
used
everyone
it.
forgets about it.
RDNN used it to great effect on the Cerberus.
I wonder if Tybod's about to lose his bowsprit.
No, I think he'll keep it. But it'll definitely be a collision though. A slight collision, but a collision nevertheless.
If you would.
Edward Feach definitely has survival mods.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's thinking at all.
Neither is Analytic, and he has almost 3 sides down.
Yeah.
Yeah, survival stacking is definitely a bit OP.
Yeah, but everyone knows the solution to it. It's great.
Well, not everybody. Rats doesn't seem to. Which is unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
Edward Teach is trying to play catch up with Vil Coyote, Tybod and RDNN, guys.
Well, he's hauling off. I'm not sure why.
Maybe that's why RDNN are going for half mast, half hull, so that they can isolate people easier. Still feels
I
like
would
a
agree
shame.
with that if they'd managed to knock any of the masts down.
You still reduce quite a bit of sail percentage. Like, look at Edward Feach, he has 80% sail. 5 buds, 77%.
Yeah. Looks like Analytic finally popped his repair.
He did? Yes, he did. Yeah, Edward Feach is out of the match. He's not gonna get back, I think.
Why did he do that, I wonder? Oh, they're finally gripping Analytic down.
They are?
Yep.
I fear it might be too little too late, possibly.
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Though I can't deny this is a close match.
He's dropping fast. I think he's gonna sink.
Is he? Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is dropping fast. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is this what Rats needed?
I think
pull
that's
back?
exactly what Rats needed.
Coldhorn has lawns, so I think so, yes. If he had carronades, I think he would still have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it's just the longs. Maybe you could kite him.
Maybe. He still has his repairs at least. While Vil Coyote doesn't.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Not on 3 versus 1.
It's a 2 versus 1. But you can't easily win a 2 versus 1 with long guns.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to what the story was with the longs.
Hopefully we'll get to know after the match.
Yeah.
And he popped those bow chasers into the mast. That's interesting. Well, Rats realized in time that...
lost his port side.
What did you say?
Tybod has lost his port side.
Yep. And Rats realized in time that Grape is very good. And I think Coldhorn made a mistake tacking there, because him tacking allowed Edward Feach to catch up, making it a 3 versus 1 again.
Yeah.
2 versus 1 he had a slight chance. 3 versus 1, I think he's definitely doomed now.
Oh, he's on fire. And that would be a good time for a creative explosion.
Finish it off with a bang. He popped his repair, I think. Oh, he definitely popped his repair.
Yep.
Outlasting. Could he try that? He could in theory try to outlast the Rats guys and let the others 2 sinks and then 1v1 Vil Coyote.
I don't think Teach is going to sink.
He's going to sink, that's for sure. Whether he's going to sink before the match is over, that's a different question. I'm surprised about the effectiveness of the survival stacking. I knew it was effective, I didn't know it was this effective.
I mean, he's at Trink. You know, if he popped his Star repair and knocked down Coyote's last bit of armor there and just ran like hell, he could win.
Well, to be fair, he can't run like hell. He could kite them.
Yeah?
But only running away would be against the rules. Wouldn't be an interesting fight either. Hey, somebody lost the bow spirit, I think.
Yeah, Tybod.
Yeah, Tybod rammed Edward Feach.
And another bow spirit.
Ooh.
Coyote just lost his.
Yes, it did. And it doesn't look like they're going to bother with... Oh wait, they already used their cell repairs. Does Coldhorn have Grape loaded? No, he doesn't. Oh wait, it's his strong.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, it was the strong side of Edward Feach anyway, so it wouldn't have done much if he had Grape. Well, it would have done still quite a bit, but...
It would have, I think it would have been enough.
Yes. Probably.
And another bowsprit.
Well, I think this is the match with the most bowspirits lost, at least.
I think so. Makes me want to take my trader's cutter, find you, and ram your bowsprit.
I definitely think that Edward or Coldthorn is simply trying to outlast Edward Feach and Firebud and then take on Vil Coyote 1v1.
Yeah?
That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, he needs to show his port side if he's going to do that.
Yes.
I mean, really, he can just tack up wind and use his longs. Like, he has longs.
I feel like he is not using his longs effectively.
Yeah, no.
Like we said at the beginning, he should have taken carronades for how he's fighting. He's got the perfect setup for kiting, yet he's not taking the chance. It's unfortunate, really.
Yeah?
Still, this match is close.
Surprisingly close.
I expected things to go downhill quicker after the loss of the first ship.
Each time I expected things to go south for a team, the other team would
Somehow
have
miraculously.
a catastrophic issue of their own.
Yes. Like the sudden loss of Analytic. When it wasn't looking to... that went quickly. He was doing perfectly fine and then suddenly boom.
See, if I was Coldthorn, I would not be showing my starboard side to Coyote.
Coyote...
I guess he's got to show the starboard side to someone.
The lucky thing for Coldthorn though is that Coyote won't be able to use the fact that he's showing his weak side, since Coyote isn't in a position to fire.
Yeah.
However, he will be soon. And he's got his port guns reloaded. Well, some of them. Will Coldthorn make the mistake?
We will see.
And it looks like Tybud is about to sink as well. He's definitely riding low in the
water. Be in a
water.
whole lot better shape, but he is slow to sink.
Only took like half an hour.
Yeah. Probably will take half an hour more. Those are some really good broadsides from Tybod and Teach.
Well, I think the bell pull is about to sink. Don't think it'll last much longer.
Yeah, but if he can get another broadside off, that could be critical.
That it could be. He's still within carronade range.
Yeah.
I don't think the Tybud can reload quick enough though.
Hard to say. He might have just shoot in the water since he's so low.
That's also a possibility. And in other news, the Verenigde Provincies is doing good work on the open world.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's Firebud down. Oh wait, not yet.
Not yet. You would think, though. Good God.
Like his gun ports are all underwater and everything. Well, mostly.
They have just like one rubber ducky holding up the whole ship right now.
Yep. There we go.
There he goes. Alright, and how's Teach looking? Teach isn't looking a whole lot better. Like, he'll be a while yet, but he is sinking.
Yep.
And I mean, they have the time. You know, they still have 40 minutes to sort this out.
Yep, and Colthorn is definitely abusing this.
I wouldn't say he's abusing it. He's going to use it, though. I think he's finally going to use his longs.
Yes. And this is where the match is won, I think.
Maybe.
It's gonna come down to Will Coyote versus Colthorn.
It will. The question is who's going to win it.
It's gonna come down to who can remove one side of armor first and begin shooting grape. That's what I think.
I think you're right. Colthorn has longs, so he's staying well within carronade range.
Yep. He's got his ship well angled right there, though, to avoid taking too many hits.
Oh, Coyote's going to aim for masts.
I would have held that broadside. Maybe shot the weather deck
too.
guns to trick Colthorn into thinking that all guns were fired or something.
It seems about half of them went into the masts, a quarter of them went into the hull, and a quarter of them bounced off. Well, Teach just went.
Yep.
And now it truly is a 1 versus 1.
And it's still hard to say who's gonna win.
It really is.
I have to say, in the end, I'm impressed by both teams.
Yeah, I am too.
And both have been in situations where you'd never think that they'd be able to get out of.
Both teams are the masters of recovery. I don't know why Colthorn doesn't use his bowsprit more. You know, he can get upwind a whole lot easier than Coyote.
Yep. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he wants to stay close, but then that asks the questions, why use longs if you want to stay close?
That, it always comes down to that question. That's what this entire match has come down to, it seems.
I think it would have been a lot more decisive if RDNN, or Colthorn specifically, had used carronades.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe they had this planned the entire time.
Maybe, but he's been within carronade range the entire time.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's almost like he's watching the stream. We talk about...
I mean, they probably are watching the stream.
Maybe.
Wouldn't you?
Actually, no.
Well, that's why you're recording instead of fighting. Is there a Twitch thing going on right now, or is it just for the recording?
It's a YouTube stream.
Okay.
I don't stream to Twitch. Streaming to YouTube is easier.
Okay.
Had
I'm not
Coyote...
sure what was accomplished with that.
Not much, but had Coyote had grape loaded...
That, yeah.
Though I suspect he didn't expect to get this opportunity.
Well, that looks like he's going to show his port side.
Yeah. And that was a premature... wasn't too bad, but I think It would have been more effective if Coltorn had waited just a bit longer.
I think so too.
Because he missed a few shots to the stern of the ship.
And that goes Coldthorn's starboard side.
Also, I just noticed Coltorn is using carronades on his weather deck. I thought it was all cannons.
Oh yeah, he is.
Now, if Coyote takes this opportunity and loads Grape, he could take the victory.
Yeah, Coldthorn's gonna have to dodge out of the way. You know, dodge some grape and...
Oh, I think that's where a mistake was made from Rats.
Did Coyote just use
Coyote
ball
still
on
used
that?
ball. Still ball. And I suspect that Coltorn will be loading the Grape.
I would.
I think if Coyote had Grape loaded right there, he could have put Coltorn in crew shock, kill a lot of crew, make him sink quicker.
Yeah.
Yep, Coltorn is used Grape, that's match.
Yep, and Coyote's using grape.
I think it's too little too late. But we'll see.
It's really a question of who sinks first at this point.
This is gonna be a real close match.
It's going to come down to the wire. I guess we just have to go by whichever name comes up first, is the one that sank first.
Yep. Coltorn firing a single shot, trying to get any advantage he can.
You gotta take whatever you get at this point.
I think Coyote is sinking a bit quicker, but it's hard to say.
I don't know.
I think Coltorn has a bit of an advantage since he's in the bigger ship.
No, that's not going to feel good. No, not at crew shock, though.
Nope, not enough guns. Though Coyote is definitely lying low in the water.
Yeah, he is.
I think RDN pulled it off, barely.
Oh, but for the grace of God, go they.
That last line though, say hi to the fishes for me.
It should always be good sports.
Yep, that's game set.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
It will be near impossible to recover from that. Well, it will be impossible to recover from that for Coyote. I think Coyote wanted one last stern rake.
But we did see how fast Analytic went down.
Yeah, none of these are going that quickly. Coyote pumping out as fast as he can.
You know, even the tin cups flying, trying to get any amount of water out of the ship.
Yep. And RDNN have pulled it off.
By grace or by golly, RDNN pulled it off.
Barely.
Well, it's all that matters.
So, everyone watching the stream, Let's ask Goldthorn why he's using longs.
Yeah, let's pull him in, and that's the burning question.
User was moved to your channel.
I'll move everyone in here.
User joined your channel.
Hi. I'm Goldthorn.
Hi guys. User joined your channel.
Goldthorn, we have a very important question for you. Why are you using longs?
I'll answer that because he has no microphone. We just in case we're against a kite, and in this situation, yeah.
Ah, okay. So basically, in case someone was kiting.
Exactly.
And like they basically won the match in the end there. The Dunks.
Well, personally, I'm of the opinion you would have done better if you had full carronade layout, but we won't really be able to know for sure.
Well, the broadside decrease with the 18-pounder longs wasn't that bad on
User
a
disconnected
drink.
from your channel.
So yeah, one deck with 18-pounders just in case you want to play range game, because last match as well, when Goldthorn was our Highlander as well, he had a range problem that he couldn't range the enemy the last maneuver from SLRN. And well, this setup, this wasn't the problem, because even when the range really matters, when you're on a 1v1 and both are almost sinking, it can be an advantage.
Well, anyways, congratulations RDNN for winning, and people watching at home from YouTube.
Hi, congratulations. Thanks.
See you next time.
GG.
It was definitely an interesting match.
Yeah.